Hey everyone, Jen Eckenwiler here. As we finish up this term, I am super excited to tell you about some of the things that I found really interesting this semester and some things that I will be taking away from learning about mass communications. One thing that we learned that really interested me was discussed in Chapter 7 when we learned about the movie industry. On page 130, our textbook states that the movie industry makes less money each year than the newspaper, television, or book businesses. The author expressed that this often surprises a lot of people, and I know that I, for one, was definitely surprised by it. Since the movie industry does get so much attention, and a lot of the biggest celebrities that we see in the media are movie stars, it is easy to think that, monetarily speaking, it is the most successful media industry. Despite the fact that they do not make as much money as we may think they do, this chapter taught us that movies still have a lot of influence on our society and culture. The movies we see often reflect the society that we live in, and we can even learn about history from old movies that we watch. Learning about the movie industry has led me to look at the movies that I view from a different perspective and helped me realize that it isn't always about making a lot of money for them because movies don't really make as much money as we may think they do. Something else that I learned this semester, and what was probably my largest takeaway, is that advertising is really at the core of mass media and mass communication. We learned in Chapter 10 that advertising is not a mass medium, but we also learned that mass media industries depend on advertising, and advertising depends on the mass media industries. I thought it was super interesting learning about the foundations of advertising and where it originated from, and the different aspects of advertising that exist outside of just designing ads. I personally love analyzing advertisements when I see them, whether they are online, on TV, or on a billboard, but in the past I've only looked at them from a design point of view. Now I look at the different consumer appeals that they may have had and all the work that went into publishing it aside from just how it was designed. Advertising is probably the aspect of mass communication that I am the most interested in pursuing, so understanding how all of the different mass media industries use and need advertisements to stay afloat really solidified for me just how large and important of a field advertising really is. As described on page 214 in Chapter 10, the creative activity of advertising is only one small part of the field, and even though it is the aspect that I am the most interested in, it is extremely helpful and important that I now understand the other aspects of it before entering into the field. Even though this is my third semester that I have been in the mass communication program here at Rochester, I have thoroughly enjoyed getting kind of an overview of mass communications as a whole and all the different aspects of it. I want to thank Laura for setting up the discussions and all of our assignments to be constructive, enlightening, and entertaining. And it was really interesting getting to hear all of your points of views these past few weeks, and I wish you all of the best in your future classes and hope to see you all again soon. Take care.